Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Deepti Vlogs. Hope you're all doing fine. So continuing with the healthy cooking series. So today my menu is going to be radish sambar and raw banana poriyal or raw banana curry. So before getting into the cooking process of lunch, actually my sambar powder is over and I'm going to be making fresh sambar powder. So I thought, why not share my recipe with you all, and it's going to be helpful for you too. So without wasting much time, let's see what are the ingredients that's required to make authentic South Indian sambar powder. So friends, you can see here these are the basic ingredients that's required to make the sambar pudi. So the measurement what I have taken is this particular cup. So in this cup I have taken 1 cup of dhania, then half cup of tur dal, then quarter cup of chana dal, and 2 tablespoons of urad dal, then 1 spoon of mustard seeds, and 1 spoon of pepper, and half a spoon of fenugreek or methi dana, and then you need around this much chilies, red chilies. I've taken out the stem, so this must be having around 50 to 55 red chilies, and of course turmeric powder you need to use around 1.5 spoon, and of course asafoetida. So these are the basic ingredients which you need to make a very authentic tasty sambar powder. Now I'll show you how to fry these things one by one. For making the sambar powder, you need to fry each and every item separately so that they are frying evenly. Okay, so first turn on the gas, and I've taken a kadai like this. So first I'll be doing my dhania. So remember one thing, while you're frying, you don't need to fry it wherein the color of the dhania changes. It's just like it needs to be having that little heat. You'll get the smell. So basically, if you have a good terrace and a clean terrace, you can actually, dry it in the terrace also. That's enough. But since for those who do not have their own terrace, so what you can do is just heat up each and every item little bit so that when you grind it is easy and it stays fresh. So, and with this kind of a weather in Bangalore where there is so much moisture, right? So it's always better to saute them just quickly for a few seconds so that the heat is there. That's all. I'll show you. So you can see here, I'm not over frying it. So I just want to touch and see. It's still not hot. So the minute it turns a little hot and you'll get a mild smell of dhania, you can remove it. You don't need to fry it red or golden brown. And always stay near the kadai when you're frying. Don't leave it and go to attend a phone, or don't multitask. When you're doing sambar powder, just do sambar powder. Don't do anything else like chopping vegetables or talking over the phone or cleaning the counter. Please don't do all that, because even little bit if it fries more, the taste of the sambar pudi will get spoiled. Okay, so stay here and keep doing it. See, I can check now. Yeah, see, it's good enough. It's hot and crispy. That's all is needed. So now I'll turn off the gas and I'll shift it to a large bowl. So this is done. Dhania is done. So I'm just going to shift it into a large plate. Now I'll be frying the next ingredient, which is tur dal. So I've taken half cup of tur dal. So you can see here I'm just adding it. Again, same process. You don't need to fry it till the color of the tur dal changes. Just we need to heat it up a little bit so that the moisture, if any, is gone. That's all. Ideally, if you have a terrace or in some place where there is good sunlight, you can just leave it for around 2 to 3 hours and then immediately you can grind it. Even that works. That's the best. Natural sunlight is always the best. And it's always better to make these rasam powder and sambar powder at home, because one, they are fresh, and the quality of ingredients that you are using, so everything will be good. The aroma, the freshness, everything, even the color. I'll show you once I grind it. No, I'll show you. It will be a beautiful color. And again, while doing tur dal also, don't leave it and go anywhere, because the dals tend to go black very soon, and we don't want a burnt dal because the taste is totally different. So never do it. Always stay near. Okay. So my tur dal is fried well. I'm going to transfer it into the same plate. Now I'll be frying the chana dal. So my chana dal is also done. So my pan got overheated, and see, some of my chana dals got black, so I have just filtered it and I've removed it out. So make sure to keep the flame low and don't burn the dals like this. Okay, so there were just a few but had become like this, so I just removed it, so no problem. Okay. Now the next item which I'm going to fry is urad dal. So now same with urad dal also, just dry roast it. So you can see here urad dal is also fried. So the next item which I'll be frying will be peppercorns and methi. Again, methi becomes red very soon, so be very careful, otherwise it can tend to become bitter. So just heat it up a little, that's all. So that's also done. Then next I am left with mustard seeds. So see, you can hear the mustard splatter. Again, don't keep it for too long, just the mustard splatter a little bit. That's it. You can see here. So now remove it and drop it into your plate. So now I'm turning off the gas. So you can see here all the dals and dhania is nicely fried. Okay, so now what we are left is we have to fry the red chilies. So for red chilies, just take a spoon of oil. Just not even a spoon, just a drop of oil. Okay, just a drop. Let me just show you. I've just taken a drop of oil, and now I'm going to fry the red chilies. So gently drop in all your red chilies. Let me turn on the flame because my pan again had gotten overheated. So now you can see, nicely fry your red chilies. Stick to the chilies so that they become a little crisp, and when you grind you can get a fine powder. That's the idea. So, and also now one point here is, when you're grinding now, first grind the red chilies and then make a fine powder, and then start with all the other ingredients. Okay. So see here, I've just kept it on the table and I've turned on the fan. So around 10 to 15 minutes, let it just cool down, and then we will grind it. Now I'll start cutting the vegetables. Come, let's quickly cut the vegetables for our radish sambar, and of course raw banana poriyal. Okay. So actually my kitchen is in a mess. So let me quickly put back all these cups back, because I wanted to show you the actual measurement. Because if you see, most of the recipes which are available online, they show the recipes or the measurements in the form of grams, which is very difficult to understand. So I wanted to make sure that I simplify this recipe and show you like in cup measurements, so that it's easy for you to follow, and you can make it in small batches, and it will be very helpful. So I'm just putting back all the. Now for this radish sambar, I generally add these small onions, which are also called shallots. It really enhances the flavor, and the sambar turns out very, very tasty. And continuing with the same subject, one more thing I realized is, exercising. Exercising is a very important activity, and it should not be missed. Like most of the housewives, or most of the ladies at home, they think that we are doing all the housework and that is good enough exercise. But sorry to differ here with my opinion. Actually, housework does not count as an exercise. Yes, I can say maybe you're not sedentary, but a specific exercise is a must, like 30 minutes of walking, along with 15 minutes of basic stretches, and also strength training is very important, at least 2 times in a week. If you can do any form of strength training, you know it's going to be very beneficial, because as we age, our bone density tends to become low, and because of that, we lose kind of the stamina and immunity. So to keep on par with all this, it's always better to exercise, and exercise should be a very important part of our routine. So what I have done is, now I have started walking for 30 minutes a day. So I'm going to start initially with 30 minutes a day, morning 30 minutes and evening 30 minutes, so that counts to almost an hour, and slowly I'm going to be increasing it to 1 hour. And I'm going to be doing some strength training in the gym here. We have a gym in our layout, so I'm going to be doing that also. And with that, I hope I can be able to manage my cholesterol levels. And so I also tell all of you that you should definitely consider exercising. It's very important. Then the third important point, which I feel is very important, is sleep. So sleep plays a very important role in your health. So always make sure you go to bed at least by 10 o'clock or 10:30, because most of us cannot go to bed by 9:30. Ideally that would be the right time, but 10:30 I'm sure should be possible. So unwind with a nice book. Don't get into any stressful activities while sleeping. Maybe a good book or some calming music, again not some dim chat music, some calm music. And keep your phone away from you. That is, it should not even be in the room where you are. And if you get a good quality sleep of 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, I think pretty much with good diet, exercise and sleep, you should be able to manage all these problems in a healthy way. And I have started following it. Let me see if I can keep up with it. I have made up my mind that 2025 is going to be only for health. So that's the reason I started this cooking series also. So do watch all my videos, and if you find them interesting, I hope I'm not boring you guys. So if you find it interesting, definitely try and subscribe to my channel. It will motivate me to do more such interesting videos. Okay, so come, let's finish making the sambar. So all the ingredients have nicely become cool, and I'm going to grind the sambar powder now. So always a tip here is, use a newspaper, and once you make the powder, put it inside the newspaper, and then mixing will be easy, and transferring it into your sambar powder container also is easy. So come, first I'm going to be grinding the red chilies as I told you. Okay. So let me just put all the red chilies in the mixie. So you can hear it, it's quite crisp. So you can see here, I've made a very fine paste of the red chilies, and you can see how rich the color is. Let me just take a closer look. See? So nice rich color also. Okay, now I'll be adding the dals and dhania. See, like this. Do half, and then the other half you can do the second batch. So just give a gentle mix like this so that, you know, it'll be even. So let's grind this one now. Now see the color. I've just done the first batch, and you can see. Now I'm just going to pour it on the paper like I said. Now while doing the second batch, you might want to add your turmeric powder and asafoetida, which is hing. Okay. So now I'm going to take out all these dals. This is the second batch. So in this second batch, add around 2 tablespoons of turmeric powder and 1 spoon of hing powder or asafoetida. Okay. So you can see here I'm adding 1 and a half. Half is enough because the quantity is not that much of turmeric powder. And this is the hing powder which I got from Chennai. So I'm just going to add, because it's very strong and pure. So I'm just going to add so much. That's it. And grind it. Now see here, this is the second batch wherein I had added the remaining dals and turmeric powder and asafoetida. Now I'm going to mix this powder along with this and again grind it for another 10 minutes. Okay. So this is the reason I told you to keep it in a newspaper, because mixing will be very easy. Okay. So just empty it first. Now just mix it manually first. Then we'll put it in the mixer. So you can see here transferring becomes very easy if you keep it in a newspaper. Now put back the newspaper work is over. So we just take out the newspaper. Now I'm going to use this big plate. Okay. So you can see here so much of sambar powder will get ready with just this amount. And you're sorted for almost 2 to 3 months. You don't need to make the powder again. And it is very fresh and you know all the ingredients, and it's very aromatic. It's now if you come to my kitchen, the smell is just divine. Awesome sambar powder smell is coming in my kitchen now. So let's quickly grind this now into a finer powder. Okay. So you can see here I've combined everything, both the batches together. I'm just spreading it out on this plate so you get an idea as to how much powder. I'll also put it in a box and show you so you'll get an idea. Now this one I'll just wash it and use it for the sambar which I'm making. Okay. Don't waste it because all the dals and all are super expensive. So don't waste it. So you can see here nicely mix. Now here, this is optional, this step. Now if you want your sambar, you know, to look nice, red, rich color, here in this time you can add around 4 to 5 tablespoons of Kashmiri red chili powder. So Kashmiri red chili powder is not spicy, so you can add that, but I am not going to add it. I am just going to stop here and my sambar powder is ready. So it's so easy to make, right? So my rice here has been soaking for almost half an hour. So I had washed and soaked the rice, brown rice. So as you know, I have now stopped cooking my rice in the cooker. So I'm just going to boil 4 cups of water first and bring it to boiling point. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 cups of water. So now I'm going to wait for the water to come for a boil and then transfer the rice to it. Okay. So yeah. And you can see here my radish and shallots or sambar onion has nicely, you know, got cooked in tamarind water. for almost 10 minutes. Now the raw smell of tamarind is gone, and this is the right time to add your sambar powder. So I'm yet to transfer this powder into an airtight container because I usually wait for half an hour for it to cool. So in the meanwhile, I'll just show you how much sambar powder I'm going to add. See here, it's 1 and 2 spoons. That's more than enough. The aroma is so good, and so fresh smell of sambar powder is coming here in my kitchen. So you can see here now the water is nicely boiling. So I'm just going to transfer the rice. So gently transfer all the rice. So you can see my sambar powder is nice and ready. So I'm just going to transfer it into my box because it has nicely cooled down. So this is my sambar powder dabba, because I have a lot of powders in my pantry, so I generally label them. So I'm just going to transfer it into the same box. It's an airtight container, so make sure it's nicely cooled down, and then store it in a nice airtight container. Every time you open the lid, you're going to smell this awesome sambar powder. Trust me guys, it's really good. Try it out. Maybe if not so much, you can make it in small batches. Take a smaller cup, even that will work, but use the same measurements. And it's super easy to make, super tasty, and you make it once, you're sorted for at least a month. So if you're a beginner, you can make it in this size of a glass also. So you'll get it in a small container. But even if you make it in this size glass, you'll definitely get powder which will last you for almost a month. That's it. For the raw banana poriyal, I've added mustard seeds. Now I'm adding some urad dal and curry leaf. So gently stir it. And nice asafoetida, a main ingredient in my kitchen. Actually, hing is the life of any South Indian delicacy. Without that, there is no life. So let the dals become brown. Meanwhile, you can see here the rice is nicely boiling away. So another 10 minutes, this will also be ready. You can see the dals have become nice golden brown. Now I'm going to add my raw banana. Just separate them, because when you cut they usually are stuck. So separate them. And just add it in your hot sizzling pan. So this one will be crispy. So mix it well. Now you have to add salt, turmeric powder and red chili powder. Cook it for around 10 to 15 minutes on low flame, and your yummy delicious poriyal will be ready. So first I'm adding salt. Add salt carefully for raw banana. Very easy to add more salt. Always add less, and then later on if you need you can always add more. A pinch of turmeric powder and my red chili powder. Give it a bit. You don't need to close the lid. You can do open cooking only. It'll taste good. Easily it'll get cooked. Not a problem. So I usually have a spoon of this Deepavali legium. So in Tamil, legium means churan. So this basically helps in digestion. So half an hour before food, I generally have just a little bit of this legium. It's so tasty. This is how it looks. So this has got a lot of ingredients like pepper, jeera, dhania, and jaggery. So they make a churran out of this and a lot of other ingredients. So come have lunch with me. Hot brown rice, raw banana, poriyal, radish and small onion or sambar onion, sambar and homemade fresh and tasty curd. Thank you so much for watching. So friends, that was my lunch menu today, and I hope you enjoyed watching it and found it helpful. Do try out the sambar powder and thank me later. So until my next video, bye, take care.